What is going on, YouTube? Lamont at Large coming to you from Celebration, Florida. I'm here to talk about the Todd family murders. Celebration, Florida is a master planned community that was built by Disney World. They started construction here in 1994 and it ended in the late 90s. It sits on about 5,000 acres or so. You see a lot of these houses out here. They're either vacation homes or rental properties. Not many people actually live in this area of Orlando full time, but this city is still Orlando. Celebration is not a town and it's not a city, it's still Orlando. So let's talk about the Todd family. You had Anthony Todd, 43 years old at the time of the murders. You had Megan, who was 42. They had two sons and a daughter, 13-year-old Alexander, 11-year-old Tyler, and 4-year-old Zoe. The family had lived in Connecticut. Anthony was running a physical therapist business. I'm not sure when or what time they decided to move down here to Florida, but they did. So the plan was that he would have Megan and his 3 children live down here full time, and he would stay in Connecticut, run the business, and then fly every weekend down to Florida, fly back up, and go to work the following Monday. They did not buy the house where the murders were committed. They were renting it at the time. However, it does say online that there was a condo that they owned. I cannot corroborate if that is true or not. So it appeared that Anthony Todd was living some kind of a lie. It appeared that he was not able to pay all of his bills. He was actually committing Medicare fraud. The FBI was investigating him at the time of these murders. Now, the last time that Anthony Todd's family seen Megan and the kids was Thanksgiving of 2019. They hadn't heard from Anthony or Megan or the children for quite some time. So on December 29th, one of the family members up in Connecticut calls the police down here and says, hey, I haven't seen Anthony in quite some time. I tried to contact him. I received a text message from his phone from somebody that claims that they worked at a Starbucks and they found his phone. That things seem a little dicey and weird. Can you please go to 202 Reserve Place and conduct a welfare check? The police go to the house, knock on the door. Nobody answers. Okay. So about 2 weeks later, after the family is insisting that they do another welfare check and also having a federal arrest warrant for Anthony Todd for the Medicare fraud, they knock on the door, nobody answers. They finally get into the house and they call out, police, is anybody home? They see, from what they said, a large white individual, which that large white individual is Anthony Todd. He is quite rotund, to say the least. He's at the top of the stairs, but he looks very disheveled. He can barely stand on his own. He's basically just a mess. They tell him to come down the stairs and they're asking him if there's anybody in the home. Now, while they're talking to him, one of the cops, if not both of them, realized that this place smells like utter death. It smells like somebody's dead in this house. They tell him to come downstairs and they walk him outside and they ask him, is there anybody home other than you? He says, yes, my wife and my kids are sleeping upstairs. So they said, okay, there's something upstairs and it's dead. They go upstairs, they go to the family master bedroom, and on the bed, they see Megan Todd with her daughter Zoe at her feet, lying wrapped in blankets. And on a mattress on the floor are his 2 sons, Alex and Tyler. The decomposition stages of the bodies were well advanced. It appears that they had been dead for at least 2 weeks. The putrefaction of the bodies was already starting to show through. As you can see in the photos of the clothing that the children were wearing, you can see the leakage from the bodies that stained the clothes. So they call for homicide. The coroner's office comes and they're asking Anthony Todd what happened. And all he told them was, I don't remember. I remember my wife asking me to look for something, and next thing you know, I'm in the back of an ambulance. The bodies are taken down to the coroner's office for autopsy. Now, basically all of the blood is gone from their bodies, so they do an autopsy. You know, an autopsy, they take all your organs out and pretty much dissect them. So it was shown during the autopsy results that everybody had a large amount of Benadryl in their system, and 11-year-old Tyler actually had a near fatal dose of Benadryl inside of his system. Both sons had stab wounds to their abdomen, as well as Megan. Zoe did not have any stab wounds, and it was not very clear how she died. She did not have a lethal dose of Benadryl in her system. Anthony Todd was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. He was also charged with 1 count of animal cruelty because their dog Breezy was also found dead in the home. I believe in the summer of 2020, Anthony Todd had written a letter to one of his family members in Connecticut blaming his wife for the murder, saying that, oh no, my wife killed him. And then she told me that she killed her kids, the kids, and then she stabs herself in the stomach. We're looking for a reason why this guy committed these murders. There was a little bit of violence in his life when he was growing up as a child. It appeared that his dad hired a hitman to kill his mother. I guess Bob Todd was having extramarital affairs, and the ensuing pressures of getting caught was weighing on him. He hires a hitman. Somebody comes and shoots his wife, and 4-year-old Anthony Todd was there at the time, and of course heard his mom scream. Eventually, Bob Todd was arrested. He was given 10 to 20 years for attempted murder. However, later on in that case, they lowered it to 5 to 10 years, and eventually he was released from prison and was, last time I looked up, living in Pennsylvania. There really is no rhyme or reason why this murder was committed. I mean, people are going back into his childhood to blame somebody or something for this horrible atrocity that he committed. However, there really is no answer at all. He had filled out an indigent application in jail, and he put on the application that he had $200,000 in debt, and the only thing that he owned was a $1,500 car, which makes me believe that the article was wrong when they were saying that he owned a condo in this area. A lot of different articles, they'll add stuff, they'll take away stuff at the end of the day. So, you know, you take everything online with a grain of salt. But if you see in front of you, this is the house where the family murders occurred. There's a lady cleaning up outside of the house. Currently, it's on the market for $633,000. I don't know if they're the renters or they're the owners or what have you. But just a horrible tragedy, to say the least. You know, a perfect Disney community where, I mean, I imagine it's very, very safe here. And at the end of the day, a utter horrible crime committed here. It could happen anywhere. Anyways, guys, I will catch up with you on the next vlog. I got to get out of here. Have a good day. Peace out.